Hello, everybody. I'm Nikki McGinn from Organised Mind. I wanted to talk today about executive function or executive dysfunction, I should say. I've done a couple of talks about this in business groups over the last few weeks, and I was going to do a live on this page. And I kept putting it off. So I thought, well, then obviously the thing to talk about then is executive function or executive dysfunction here. So here I am, after quite a lot of procrastination, which is a sign of problems with executive function. So executive function is something that most people who are neurodiverse struggle with. So people with ADHD, autism, dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, diagnosed or undiagnosed, those really easy things, or things that other people find really easy, are things that people who are neurodiverse often struggle with, and don't really understand why, and end up feeling really bad about themselves because they can't do the things easily that other people seem to have no problem with. Particularly things that are considered to be habits. So the things that you do that most people do without thinking because it's a habit, even simple things like brushing your teeth. People who have neurodiverse brains struggle with that. It's very difficult for something just to become a habit. They tend to have to think exactly about what they're doing. I have a list of what are considered executive functions, which I'll read out to you. Impulse control, so being able to literally control your impulses. Emotional regulation, so being able to be aware and control your emotional behaviour. Flexible thinking, so being able to adapt to change, so things that are sudden change of plans or things suddenly happening, being able to adapt to that easily without it becoming a problem. Working memory, keeping things in mind while you're working on tasks. Self-monitoring, so being aware of yourself. Planning and prioritising, so understanding how long a task is going to take or how long you have to do a certain number of things and know which is the most important to start with. Task initiation, so procrastination, and organisation, part of which of organisation is understanding about object permanence. Now, object permanence is a problem often for people who forget that they've got 4 tins of baked beans in a cupboard and go and buy another tin, or generally forget what they have, so they have to have things on display so that they know what they've got. Otherwise, when you can't see it, it doesn't exist. And task initiation is a huge problem, and it's one of the problems that I see a lot of in adults. So procrastination, being able to get yourself organised to start a task, and we have various techniques to help with that. But the big problem fundamentally with executive function are poor connections from the prefrontal front of the brain into the limbic system, so that your limbic system, your emotional brain, ends up controlling most of what you do. So you're working on your feelings rather than from your thinking, sensible brain. And sometimes we need our thinking, sensible brains to be in charge. So as a neurodevelopment therapist, looking at where those connections are not working well, or looking to see which primitive reflexes are interfering with those parts of the brain working well together, I can help build those connections. I can help those reflexes to integrate so that you can improve your executive function, or so that your child can improve their executive function, so that they have more control over their impulses, so that they're able to regulate their emotions better, so that they can be more adaptive when things change, so that their working memory is improved, so that they can plan and prioritise tasks. They can start tasks without having to procrastinate for hours and hours, and they can organise themselves better. So if those are things that resonate with you or resonate with your child, and you think that you would like to come for some help, then do get in touch. either via my Facebook page here, Organised Mind. Do send me a message or drop me an email, nikki@organisedmind.co.uk. Any questions, as always, put in the comments or feel free to drop me a message and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about.